Hey there, my friends. I hope the first week of the year is treating you well. Here we are on January 4th, and I feel like it's actually the beginning of the new year for me. I finally feel back to myself. I've been slowly getting over a really bad cold I had, and actually yesterday afternoon, today's the first time I'm like, wow, I actually have my full bit of energy back. But today I want to talk about the focus of my plant-based diet, and this is just about me, just sharing what I do. I'm not a preacher. I'm not trying to convert anybody out there. I'm not arguing with people. I'm not debating with people. This is kind of actually, as I was getting ready to do this video, I thought about it, and this might be what you would call a mission statement for the year for me, and it might be just a mission statement in general going forward, because the focus of my plant-based diet from here on out, and I've alluded to this in recent videos, even talked about it, is aging well. I will be 60 years old in 2 months, and I'll tell you something. Like I said, I just got over being sick. I was sick back in August. And when I am sick, or when I'm not 100% myself, or when I'm just even a little bit off, I start realizing my situation. And my situation is like I say, I'll be 60 in 2 months. I don't have health insurance. I'm not married. I don't have kids. I don't have brothers and sisters, no nieces and nephews. So it's really all on me. You know, if I have some serious health concerns, I'm screwed. So I've got to do everything possible. And like I say, I just make the decisions for me. Everybody makes their own decisions. But going forward, I'm going to be sharing a lot of stuff on aging well. In my videos and in things on other places online. Also too, let's get this out of the way, because every once in a while just stray comments come in here and over on Instagram. I am not fully raw. I talk about it quite frequently, eating a fair amount of cooked food on my videos, but I guess people don't watch every video, so don't like to waste people's time. If that's super important to you to follow somebody that's fully raw, there's one person that I recommend out there, and that's Lissa Maris, or Nate Maris. I don't know if he does videos, but he and his wife both put out content. She's Raw Food Romance, and she's actually the only person that I could actually go eat with and really feel like I'm getting the nutrition that I need to be getting. But yeah, that everything I do these days, I'm thinking about things, and there's certain critical areas that I actually focus on. But two of them I really want to focus on. One is cognitive health. If you go back and look at some recent videos over the last couple of months of the year, you've probably heard me talk about omega-3s and good fat like that a number of times. So I am really focused on things and trying to do everything possible to, preserve my brain over the year. From things like dementia, from Alzheimer's, just keeping it young. Even sometimes people don't have degenerative things like that, but they have other problems. They just have foggy brains because they don't take care of those. And a lot of that comes back to those omega-3s and good omega-3 sources, and most particularly DHA and EPA. It's easy for our body to process ALA, but it doesn't convert that well. So that's one of the things that's very, very important to me. Also, bone health and focusing on things like that. That's why I'm always focusing on, I don't get as much sun as I did when I was in the tropic. In fact, I don't get a lot of sun at all here. So I supplement with vitamin D. Vitamin D, magnesium, and calcium are very, very important to me because I want to keep my bones strong. I've been listening to a number of talks recently about what gets older people. What are the problems and what sidelines and kills most older people? And a lot of that is falls. So, there's a double-edged sword. It's partly the diet, and it's also about weight-bearing exercise. And it's also about weight-bearing exercise distributed all across our body, because there's places that are more prone to break, and there are breaks that older people get that are more serious than other, like the hip. There's a statistic out there that I've heard from a number of people, and this isn't, when I talk about statistics, I go to sources, I listen to podcasts, I listen to people, I go to sources that cite sources. So it's, you know, there's studies behind that. But something like if you're over 65 and you break your hip, there's a 25% chance you will be dead within a year. There is an 80% chance that you will be dead within three to 4 years. I forget if it was 3 or 4. And that's some scary stuff right there. So, you know, you want to make sure that you're feeding yourself for bone health. You want to make sure that you're putting stress on your body. So, you know, it builds, and it builds the muscles around that, and that strengthens your bones as well. And also too, the way I want to share, I don't get involved with a lot of things online because everything is about emotion online. I'm not about debating people. I'm not about arguing people. I like personally, and I would just recommend that you do the same. Instead of being out there online all the time telling people, well, I don't agree with this, and then you get into some long back and forth in a comment thread somewhere. You can go listen to a podcast on whatever subject you want to. You can go look this stuff up without all that back and forth drama. Hey, you're stupid. You don't know how to do this. Blah, 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 blah. So that's what I want to focus on from here going forward. Like I say, all I want to be, I don't need to be something spectacular. I don't go to the gym. Nothing I do is about like, so I can be swole, or so I can be this, or so I can be that. I want to be doing I want to be capable of doing what I'm doing now when I'm 70 years old, when I'm 75 years old, when I'm 80 years old. No matter how long I'm on this earth, no matter when I check out, I want to make sure that I'm able to function and I'm able to do things that I like to do. I don't want to just, you know, be confined to sitting in the house all the time. When you're a little bit sick or something like that, or you get stuck inside with weather, you realize, I don't want that to be my life. Another thing that you know, that is important to everybody at every age, but especially as we get older, is our gut health. That's another one of my main focuses that you're probably tired of me harping on all the time. I'm always trying to get as big a variety, as many colors, as many of the different fruits and vegetables that I can fit into my diet. So that is the purpose of how I eat. It is nothing else whatsoever. And going forward, that's how I'm going to share. And I know I've said it many, many times, but I'm finally going to get my newsletter going this year. I'll tell you one little quick funny why I haven't done that in the past and why I've kept procrastinating, and then we'll be done with this one, is I get stuck in my head, and I've got to stop doing that this year. Like every time I've sat down to start working on a newsletter, I get into one platform and I'm like, well, is this the platform I want to use? Because if I build up and I get more of a mailing list than this or that, then this one may not be optimal. And then I start looking at this one, and then I just get spinning in my head. So I'm just going to do it. So I will put out another word here soon. Don't do it right now, but I'll put my email address. Well, my email address is down below, but I'll put it out later and make an announcement like, okay, my newsletter is ready. Now if you want to join. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Have a great rest of your week, and peace.